before everybody else. For those of you who are watching in my stream, which is twitch.tv/GeoQuester, for those of you who are watching my stream, you do have the ability to utilize special commands to help or hinder the party. There is a number of them. You can look below my my screen, my video, and it'll tell you all the commands down below. The only one you cannot use during a Delver Society is the encounter ability. That one you cannot do. Otherwise, everything else is fair game. Let me see here. Wow, we have lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. And I hope everybody's going to be enjoying KOBOLD Con. We have two people who are actually playing directly from the physical location of KOBOLD Con in Colorado Springs. That would be Miss Zelikar and the nerd girl herself, Miss Cassie. The two of them are right there, right now. So if you see two ladies sitting next to each other speaking to themselves, then be sure to wave at them and give them a thumbs up.
Geo, what you need to know is we're kind of alone over here at KOBOLD Con this morning. We could use some friends.
No, I don't want people to be alone. That's no good. All right, so I will give, and Zell, you can be the, or Cassidy, you know, either one, or Cassie, I'm sorry. The two of you can be my my witnesses on this one. If you can walk by and give Zell or Cassie the secret handshake, I will give that person 500 XP in my stream that you can utilize to screw with players at any point in time in the future.
So, all right, you Colorado players, get your butt up here.
Exactly. So I know that we're on the big screen over there in KOBOLD Con. So hello, as I look down on all of you and smile and smirk, which of course you can't see my face. But okay, I've given it 5 minutes. We did not have the other player join us, so we're going to be running with 5 today instead of 6. Unless I have somebody who is in my chat right now who wants to go ahead and jump in. If you jump into my channel on Discord, the first person to jump in, I will go ahead and I'll give you all the information, and we can go ahead and start playing. As we are getting ourselves set up and ready to go, why don't we go ahead and introduce the characters that are going to be playing today? I'm going to start with Teller. Tell us who you are as the character and who you are as the player.
Hi, this is Mark. I'm playing Teller, a high elf wizard, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck my spells are right now.
Awesome. Okay. And then we will go with Mickey.
Hi, I'm Mickey. I am a half elf bard, which I'm very excited to do. I love bards. And the player is Cassie. I'm at KOBOLD Con right now with Zell, and super excited to be here as well.
Excellent. And now we'll go with Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a halfling rogue, and I'm Zelikar, and I've played Delver several times now and enjoy it very much.
You don't just play Delvers. What else do you play?
Well, I'm also Ravaella on Iron Maidens.
Excellent. Next, we will go with Urash.
Good morning, my name's Chris, and I'm playing Urash. He's a half-orc barbarian that is of the Uthgard tribe, and I'm ready to go.
Excellent. And then, last but not least, Willow.
Hi, I'm playing Willow. I am a human druid, and I am the one, the only, the often imitated but never duplicated, the Susie Q. I am the co-hostess of Beyondstein 101. I am also a fellow Iron Maiden with Zelikar, and I play Foxy Loxy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, yes, I am also in the Wraithborn campaign on Friday nights. So, yeah, come and see us, come and see us.
Excellent. Okay, well, I think those introductions were more than long enough time.
I have to get this out of my system really quick. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Oh, Mickey.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay,
Leave it
so
like
ladies,
that,
Thank
huh?
you for that.
yeah, this is the way it's gonna be. Okay, so we got 3 ladies and 2 men who are going to be playing our game today. This is going to be interesting. Once again, ladies are a lot of fun to play with. I found that playing with an all-female table definitely changes the dynamic of things. And let me go ahead and explain. Okay, down in the lower right-hand corner of the stream, for those of you who are watching the stream, you will see a mission failure timer. The players have that much time to be able to complete the dungeon. If they cannot complete the dungeon in that amount of time, then they fail. Every time we go to a new map, we will roll a new initiative. And for that entire map, we'll be using that initiative. I will allow the players to go ahead and roll their initiatives right now as I get them set out and open the map for them. Interesting choices. Nobody took the Dwarf Cleric or the Dragonborn Paladin today. So, yes, I just went quiet for a second while I was doing stuff.
It happens.
There is the map for you, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are wondering what we are using right now, we are using Fantasy Grounds, virtual tabletop software. It is a wonderful, wonderful program. I placed all of you in the left side of the map, and you are free to go ahead and arrange yourselves in a square. There we go. Anywhere inside that blue square, you can go ahead and arrange yourselves. And if you are all set, I will lock your tokens down. Ooh, Uraj is going right for it. Okay, everybody set?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, when I lock down the tokens, I'm going to start the timer, and I will explain what you see in the hallway. So as you breach the outer defenses of this tomb, you can see a long hallway. Down at the end of this hallway, you can see light, and a lot of it streaming through. What shall you do? Urash is up first.
I'm going to take a few steps up and see what I can see further down the hall.
You see a large room lit up by large, like humongous braziers that are on fire. And I would like to note that, yes, normally in a Delvers, you guys would run through this as fast as possible, but I will let you know that there are secret locations on the map that have things to help you.
Ooh, interesting.
Gotta love having one-shots. Basically opening up everything you can see. There you go. So you've moved 10 foot so far.
Wonder what
All
that
right,
is.
I'll go ahead and come down to here and kind of look around that brazier and see if I can see anything down lower.
Okay, down below you see what looks like a archway.
All right. I think I'm going
And
to
you
hang
see,
out right here. Sorry.
okay, you see 2 sarcophagi that have the fonts of women laid out across the top of them. They look like gorgeous looking women.
Target acquired.
Are they dimensional or is it a flat image?
They are three-dimensional. Matter of fact, they come probably about mid-chest at their highest point to you. So the sarcophagus itself is probably waist high, so about 3 foot. And then the rest of the bas relief that's across the top of it is actually a statue of sorts that goes across the top.
All right, I think I've moved 35, so I'll go ahead and dash up to here and just kind of take a look.
Okay, to investigate it is going to require an action, and since you took your dash as your action, you will not be able to do too much of an investigation. However, from your basic perception, you can see that the seals have been broken around the outside of the sarcophagus.
Oh, that's not cool.
Okay, that'll end my turn.
Teller.
Teller's going to move up to here. And are we doing different distance for diagonal, or are we just doing everything 5?
Whatever Fantasy Ground says when you go ahead and drag it out, it will be whatever it is.
All right, then I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Ooh,
Awesome.
nicely done.
And that is how much of a radius for you? Or how much of a space? What, 120 feet?
30.
Oh, it's just 30? Okay, and within 30 feet of you...
Yeah, 30.
So that would be what would be covered by your detect magic. Within 30 feet of you, you detect no magic other than what's coming from the other characters.
Okay, that's a good start. And I think that's all I'm going to do.
Mickey.
All right, I'm also going to get in the room and see what's going on.
Okay.
And there are pretty lady statues that need to be investigated, so I'm also going to use my action to do a dashing to go thoroughly investigate these for the sake of the group to make sure they're safe.
Excellent. Okay, so you use your hands to thoroughly investigate, but on the south one, you discover that the seal has also been broken on this sarcophagus.
And that is all I'm going to do.
Okay. Before you advance your turn, I do want to let Urash know that his danger sense is pinging very, very hard right now. And I would like Willow, Sarah, Willow and Sarah, to please roll me a wisdom saving throw at the moment. I know you haven't even gone yet. Ooh, hey, there's that wisdom saving throw that Susie Q was looking for last night.
Nice.
All right, neither of you will be surprised at what you're going to find when you come up around the corner. Mickey, you can go ahead and advance your turn now as the lids suddenly fly off the north sarcophagus.
Yikes.
Might I acquire one combat tracker to advance my turn?
The combat tracker is the crossed swords in the upper right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds. It may be covered by your map at the moment.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Okay, so this creature made of worms and festering body, this corpse is just kind of dripping with these maggoty worms as it stands up and throws off the top of the lid of its sarcophagus and attempts to reach out and attack Urash, who is nearby. It does not have advantage because Urash is not surprised at what he sees. Mickey, you are not surprised because, of course, you saw the broken seals. It does indeed hit Urash. The claw with a deep wound that feels disgusting on you, Urash. Willow, it is your turn.
Great. Festering wounds of evil. Awesome. All right, all right. Suppose I should move up there.
So, Willow, are you one of those "this is cursed and that is cursed" kind of druids?
Yeah, everything's cursed. It's yeah, it's a given. It's cursed. It's cursed. She's a circle of twilight. Of course, everything's cursed. Come on.
Yeah, usually because you've cursed it. But you come up around the corner and you see this large, maggoty creature that has just attacked the barbarian. And you're not surprised to see it. And that is what your will saves were for the two of you who were still in the hallway. I'm sorry, wisdom saves.
You just had to touch the cursed sarcophagi, didn't you?
Absolutely.
I tell you not to play with stuff. You do it anyway. I tell you it's cursed. You still play with it anyway.
To be fair, you said breakfast was cursed this morning, and it was pretty good.
It was still cursed.
It's a delayed action curse.
That's it. Yep.
Exactly.
Those were cursed eggs, and now there are, the spawn of Caius, jumping up out of sarcophagi because you ate the cursed eggs.
Yeah, I'm going to produce flame on said squiggly maggoty thing.
Excellent. That is a hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Boom! Big damage.
Nice to keep those rolls going like that.
Sarah.
All right, well, I'm going to get my short little legs moving here.
Hut, 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 hut.
See if I can hide over here behind Willow.
You're going to use another player character as cover. Got it.
Well, I'm a halfling
That's true. You can.
and a rogue at that. And I think I'll get out my short bow and see if I can have a go at it.
Okay. I do believe Urash grants advantage. So if you want to roll one more time just to see if you got a critical hit on it. It was indeed a critical hit. And you may roll your sneak attack with this as well.
Sweet. Thanks, Arash.
Look at all of those dice. Holy Christmas.
And I think that's enough.
Okay, before the end of your turn, the other sarcophagus to the south near Mickey, it also has its top launched off it as a spawn of Caius erupts from it. Which is unsurprising to any of you at this point.
That was beautiful elven craftsmanship you're ruining.
Yes, and I had realized that I can't zoom in on this map on stream, considering that if I'm sure the players can zoom in, the sarcophagi are females and they are not appropriate for stream, and I do not want to be banned off Twitch. I just realized this. So, Sarah, you can go ahead and advance your turn.
That's going to make the monsters hold in place, clearly.
Yes, the monsters will not be moving. Okay, so it stands up from prone and will only be able to make a singular attack against Mickey. Reaches out and hits her with a claw, which feels this nasty grossness slide through your body as it rips away some of your flesh.
Ow.
Yes, and a few. This is for both Urash and Mickey, since you were both hit by it. You see a few of the maggots that come from the creatures have crawled off the claws onto your body and are attempting at this point to
Oh,
burrow
gross.
into those wounds.
Ew.
Urash.
I'm an outdoorsman. That's I use those to heal my wounds. All right, I'm gonna rage because she knocked over that beautiful sarcophagi, and I'm gonna go reckless as well, so I can have advantage.
Excellent.
And
Wouldn't it be a
attack.
sarcophagirl?
Yeah.
Ooh, big hit. Nice damage.
And I'll repeat.
Another big hit.
Nice.
Oh! And you have
Yeah.
slain it.
I start to pick off the maggots and end my turn.
It falls into a pile of maggots back into its sarcophagi. The maggots are still writhing and wriggling in there, and it's roiling and boiling with this just undulating movement of gross slime. Tell her.
Firebolt time.
That is a hit. Excellent.
I think that's all I can do.
Mickey.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to attack it with my longsword.
Excellent.
I said attempt.
Yes, you didn't have it targeted either.
Oh, well, sorry.
Control and left click to target on the token. There you are. Now go ahead and roll it. That was a practice roll.
Definitely a practice roll.
That is a hit.
Huzzah.
Excellent.
And I'm pretty sure I only have one attack, so I think I am done.
Okay. Now, here is where things get fun. The writhing maggots that are inside the coffin, or the sarcophagus to the north, they begin to kind of peter out and die. However, I do indeed need Urash to make me a dexterity saving throw for the maggots that are currently on his arm and trying to get into his wound. If he succeeds, he has wiped them off. If he does not, they have burrowed in.
So gross. So gross, Geo.
He succeeded on a saving throw.
Oh,
so
good. Whew.
That maggot got wiped off, and it finally dies in its coffin. Willow.
Hey, let's lather, rinse, and repeat.
That is a hit. And the absolute minimum damage you could do.
Yeah.
Mickey, of
Just
course,
a
is
flesh
close
wound.
enough. Yeah, Mickey, of course, is close enough to hear the maggots squeal when they get hit by fire. Sarah.
Well, hiding behind Willow worked out so good. I'm going to do it again. And I'll shoot at the other one with the short bow.
Excellent.
Urash is still doing advantage.
He will not be granting advantage to the spawn of Caius number 2 because he's not next to it.
Okay.
No need.
Not like
Whatever.
you didn't need it. Wow, but I will give you your sneak attack bonus. Dear Lord.
Boom.
Boom, baby, but look at all the ones. Unfortunately, Mickey, you are close enough to see the fact that the spawn seems to have regrown grubs and worms inside it as it became its turn. I
Oh.
need you, Mickey, to please make me a dexterity saving throw for the grubs that are on your arm trying to climb inside your wound.
Okay. Oh god. Oh
Oh
god.
no. No, they do indeed burrow in, dealing 1 point of damage to you. But now it is under your skin. You can see your skin bubbling and writhing as the things wiggle up underneath the skin, going towards your heart.
No worries, Toots. I got you.
In the meantime, it attempts to claw at you twice. Hits you with the fur. Oh,
Oh
and
my
knocks
god.
you down. I will allow you, and this is a house rule, I will allow for you to spend your inspiration point to, instead of dropping to 0, you instead drop to 1.
I think I would like to use that.
Then by all means, you can go ahead and use that. And it will step over your body and out of the sarcophagus and come over to attack Urash next. And hits. Oh,
Oh
with a big
no.
hit. Urash.
All right, I'm going to move around to the other side to give everybody a clear shot at it and hopefully get advantage with Mickey.
Yes, you have flanking, so you can definitely have
Very
advantage.
nice. Good thinking,
And
Arash.
I'm going to do my 2 attacks on it and hopefully kill all these maggots along with the spawn.
That's a hit. That one was a miss. But don't forget you have advantage, so don't forget to click your advantage on the next attack.
Got it. All right, second attack.
There we go, that's a hit.
Nice.
Decent damage.
And I'll stay here.
With the character for the monster flanked on the other side, do spells get advantage or not?
Spells do not get advantage, I'm sorry, no. Unless it's a touch spell. So, like, for example, if you were flanking with a touch spell, then you can get it.
All right,
But
so
that's a hit.
firebolt, burn, baby, burn.
Ooh, and it goes down.
Down
Now,
goes.
Woohoo!
I do want to say, since Urash, you're the one who bought the heal bot, my players cannot buy it while they're playing the game.
Worth a try.
It was worth a try. So, okay, so it falls down in a writhing mass. The maggots are crawling all over the ground right now. Teller, it is still your turn.
Gonna move thusly.
Okay. You can see down below.
And I'm still detecting magic for a few more minutes yet.
And at this point, you do indeed detect that that pool that you see, that font that's down to the south, does have some magical properties.
Aha. Then I'm gonna move 10 more feet.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Mickey, I need you to make me one more dexterity saving throw.
This worked so well for me last time.
Yes.
I don't like this.
Did you just
No.
roll the
Consistency is the
same
key.
number?
Maybe.
Wow. Well, this will not save you. As it wriggles. Oh, wrong person. That won't save you, but Urash taking the damage will. Urash, go ahead and now remove that 6 points I just gave you.
Will do.
And instead, oh, good lord, why is it still targeting you? Stop targeting him. There we go. Oh, And there's 11 points of damage as the grub that is climbing underneath Mickey's skin reaches his heart. Her heart. His heart. And
It's hard to tell
most of the time. Don't
causes her to fall, her to fall down. Go ahead and make me a death save right now. Do not roll a 1.
First room in the dungeon. All right.
Yep.
Damn.
That is 1 fail.
A good start. A good start.
It is.
Yeah,
a good
maybe we
start so
should have
far.
picked up that cleric earlier.
Oh crap! I just realized we don't have a cleric. This is bad.
No, you have a druid though. Oh, and you have chat. And chat, by the way, Mr. Eraser has just bought Mickey a heal bot. So roll 2d8 plus 4. That's what you get back.
Chat
Thank you,
love,
Mr.
chat
Eraser.
love.
Yes, chat love. But you will not be getting that back yet.
Why
Just gonna-
not?
Because you still have a grub under your skin and it is Willow's turn.
Willow is going to walk up, and Willow is going to do a medicine check
Okay. Do a
to
medicine
see
check.
what is going on and how I can help her best.
She's gonna cut me open.
Yes, she is. She is slicing you open right now.
I've played with Susie. She's much more likely to burn you down or blow you up.
Or pee on you.
It works for
One
any
time.
situation. I'm telling you, it works for any situation. One time.
Per game. Did the spawn
Anyway.
die, by the way, or is it still kind of writhing around on the
It's
ground
still writhing there for a little bit longer, yes. Willow, you know from your medicine check that there is a grub under the skin that has reached her heart and is attempting to burrow into her heart. If it succeeds in burrowing into her heart, she is dead. Right at the moment, she's just unconscious and suffering.
How do I get it out?
That would require a spell that would possibly remove some kind of fungus or disease or, that kind of thing.
I wonder if a lesser restoration would do that.
A lesser restoration would possibly do that.
Possibly, huh?
Possibly.
Did I lose?
Okay, so she casts Lesser Restoration on Mickey, which will indeed allow Mickey at this point to have her dice back in from the heal bot. So go ahead, Mickey. You can roll your 2d8 plus 4. So you'll get back
Not bad.
11. I
Nice.
no longer need to make any sort of saving throws. Okay, Willow, go ahead and advance your turn.
You cursed.
This is cursed. That is cursed.
All right.
Sarah.
I will move up over here and see if I think this door is locked.
It is not locked.
I think I'd like to push it open then.
Okay, you push it open.
And I see.
And your senses are immediately assailed by the carnal stench of blood, as if it were an abattoir.
Ew, gross. Think maybe I'll just pull that door closed again.
Okay then. For those of you who don't know what an abattoir is also known as a butchery. It's the place, the slaughterhouse where they kill things is called the abattoir. I should have the more you know rainbow go over the top of everybody's head at the moment.
So by
Okay.
the way, has anybody else decided that Mickey's icon small looks like Prince?
That's kinda.
The only Mickey. No last
The
name.
bard formerly known as Mickey.
Yes, the bard formerly known as Mickey.
Okay, but with the curative that Willow has placed on Mickey, the spawn of Kaias definitely disintegrates into this disgusting stench next to you.
Willow's still going to try and convince Mickey that they need to use leeches to bleed him and reset his humors.
And he will definitely dissuade you and talk about how that's not entirely necessary and that he thinks he's fine.
At least let me cut you a couple of times.
Experiment. All right, Urash is going to move over to check out the fancy painting on the ground to see what that entails.
Do you move into it?
Yes.
You know what? I'll stop just short of it so I can look at it first. Thank you.
Thought I had asked that question as you're moving over. There is what appears to be a blackened sun upon the ground. It does not appear to be written in or drawn out in blood, but it does appear to be drawn out in something other than ink or paint.
Could be a teleporter of some type.
Or something to summon baddies here, because we haven't had enough trouble yet.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'll let a magic user take a look at that since I'm not skilled in that. So I'll dash down here and I want to check out this pool when I have enough movement to do that.
Okay.
And I'll stop right there.
Excellent. Tell her.
I'm going to move thusly and examine the fountain.
Roll an Arcana check to determine your detect magic, what school it may be come from. Well, it is a strong aura. That much you know. That's it.
Yeah, that wasn't very helpful. And my detect magic is not helping me at all here.
The detect magic is letting you know that it is magical. The Arcana check is just to determine what it is telling you. And with that roll, it is a strong magic.
So maybe I'm going to see if I can perceive anything or investigate anything from the fountain itself. Maybe that'll help me.
An investigation check would work. You know that it has some sort of strong evocation style magic to it.
Interesting. And is there anything else of interest in this little alcove or room or whatever the right term is?
No, there is nothing else of any interest here.
And the pool, so it's like a fountain with a pool of water in it, or is it flowing? Or
it is a pool of water that seems to be butted up against the wall. It is clear. You can see the bottom, which is only about less than a foot deep. It does not appear to have any sort of muck or mire, and no telling how long it's been sitting here in the darkness, and you're the first to come near it.
Interesting. All right. I have in my inventory a bag of sand.
Mm-hmm.
I think I still have a few feet of movement. Or did I do all 30? I think I did 25.
I think you did 25.
Step back 5 feet and toss the bag of sand in there and see what happens.
And with a plop, there's ripples on the top of the water as the surface is broken. And after a moment, the ripples stop.
And they behave sort of like a normal watery fluid, not something particularly heavy, right?
Correct.
All right, I'm going to leave this be for the moment and move on to the next player. So, I ponder.
While you were walking that direction, you did see this.
Aha. So there's more hallway, and then there's apparently some kind of enclosed space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're not in combat, so then I guess I can do a dash, can I?
You can indeed dash if you'd like.
Like over here and see if I see anything on
Just
Well,
wheeled a Bambi by.
since you have no more actions left,
Next turn.
there's not going to be any way to do that. Yes. Mickey, you are currently laying upon the ground.
I would just like to say that Zell and I just got to witness a couple of bodies being took by us that took a second to realize they were mannequins in costume. So that was fun.
Oh, nice.
And is drinking a potion an action or a bonus?
In my games, I use drinking a potion as a bonus action.
I'm going to do that with my lesser. Because I still...
Yeah, you still feel a little off. Every once in a blue moon, you feel as if there's something wiggling in your chest next to your heart.
Well, that was super fruitful.
If you target yourself, there is on your character sheet, there is a potion of healing. If you target yourself, you should be able to apply it to yourself. It should be under your potions on the actions tab.
But left click on you first.
Working on it. All
There you
right.
go. Good.
Huzzah! Heal. Much better.
There you go.
Okay, and I would like to hop right there.
All right, and you hop right on over there. And you see upon the ground something that was scrawled on the ground, and not ink, not blood, but some other substance.
Can I use an Arcana check to see if I know what it is for?
Yes, indeed you can. With that Arcana check, it looks like it could either be an abjuration or it could be a summoning style of circle.
With that Arcana check, would I know how to disrupt it to stop it from doing that?
Simple as, well, if it's abjuration, simple as you taking your foot and breaking it.
Wedging it out.
However, if it's some kind of summoning, then stepping through it or attempting to break it would most likely set it off. So those are your choices. You can dispel it, or you could attempt to rub it out physically.
I could dispel it. So I'm going to dispel it because I have that spell.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay.
Okay. And for all intents and purposes, you see whatever magic that was lying within the circle has now dissipated from it.
Sweet.
Definitely be sure to check off that spell slot.
Yes.
Willow! All the maggots are currently dead and disintegrating into this noxious fume. It's not doing anything to you. It just smells like rotten eggs, like those cursed eggs from breakfast this morning.
Exactly. I told you it was going to come back to bite everybody in the ass. I knew it.
Then they said eggs were healthy for the heart.
Exactly. See? Look at that. Now she's got a worm in her heart. Urash, come here and let me touch you.
Says the creepy bone lady.
What? And I will cure wounds on him.
Excellent. Very good.
Feel much better.
Now he's not so bloody.
Sarah.
All right, I'm going to go check out the other door, please.
Okie dokie.
Does it seem locked?
No, it's open as well. Or unlocked.
I'm going to also push this one open.
It smells like an abattoir once again.
All right, I'll close that door too.
Like, nope.
Nope.
Just nope.
All right, I'm gonna try to get a little more health back and do a healing potion before I move. I clicked it
Okay.
twice.
So we will add back the 10.
I'll do
There,
that
I just
right
added
now.
back the 10 to you. So
All right.
you
Thanks.
are all set.
And then I'll dash over this door and take a look at it.
You see that this door had a lock that has been broken. It seems to have been expanded and exploded where it was, allowing it to be opened freely.
Oh, something locked
And
in
do I have
there.
enough action to kind of slowly open it and look through?
Yes, you nudge it open and there is a hallway before you. It's not on the map.
All right. Looks like this is our way out, guys.
At this point, I would like to ask the rest of the players, do you wish to do anything else in this room, or do you wish to follow Urash through the door?
This is Teller. I want to investigate this space that's sort of empty here.
Oh, the blocked-in space. Okay. Well, since you are next teller, you can go ahead and roll an investigation check. And you find nothing. Just wall.
All right, and then I am going to move towards Urash.
Okay.
Yep, I would follow too.
You're going to follow too. Mickey, are you going to follow?
Absolutely.
And Willow, are you going to follow?
Sure, why not? The whole place is cursed anyway.
Susie's trying to kill me. She's trying to get me to choke on my coffee. Alrighty then. You all walk down a hallway.
Is there a new map coming up, I guess?
There is indeed a new map coming up. I have no idea why the healthy icons are frigging huge right now, but they are.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Any idea what the plus sign on Teller is?
The plus sign on Teller means that you have effects on you. That'd be probably your Ring of Protection or your Bracers of Defense.
Got it, okay.
All right, so are these doors locked?
The double doors, we will get to in a second. So everybody go ahead and arrange themselves in that first portion of opened hallway. And then I will lock you down and we will start here. And I'm rolling everybody's initiative for them. All right, locking you down. And as a note, we have 1 hour and 50 minutes roughly remaining. Mickey, you are first. You wanted to know if the doors are locked. They are indeed locked, and not from the side. They are locked from the far side.
Well, locked doors are my specialty. Sarah, darling, I think this is a task you are perfectly suited for. And to help her with whatever she's about to do, I will do some bardic inspiration.
Excellent. That gives her a D6 for you, correct? Or a D8?
There's nothing written in it in the little dragon, and I don't remember at 5th level. I think it's a 6.
I do believe it's a 6. There you go. Sarah, you have something on you called BID6, so you can go ahead and use that when it becomes your turn.
Cool.
And with that, I will conclude my turn.
Excellent. Urash.
So the doors are locked, so I'm going to move back so that Sarah can access opening them up.
Okay. Teller.
I'm going to prepare for the inevitable and cast mage armor on myself.
Which is an abjuration spell, and for
Good
you,
call.
that also gives you back 14 hit points. It gives you 14 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Okay, did I do it correctly? I think I hit the right button, right?
Yes, you did. And then if you go onto your actions tab, there is your abjurers thing, your arcane ward. There you go.
All right, and then I guess that's my turn.
Sarah, it's your turn, and you have bardic inspiration that you can use at any time.
Yep, so I'm going to move up here by the door. Use my bardic inspiration and try to unlock the thing.
Okay, roll your d6.
Did that roll?
I see a roll. There it goes. Go ahead and drag that down to your modifiers, and then go ahead and roll your skill check. Which would be your Thieves' Tool proficiency. Good thing you had that +2. You are indeed able to unlock the door.
Sweet. Let's give it a little push open and see what we can see.
Beyond these double doors, you can see a long hallway. At the end of this hallway is a room that opens up, and in said room, you can see. Actually, I may as well just go ahead and open all of it. You can see a number of skeletons and zombies wandering around.
Of course I can. Are they surprised?
No, they do not get surprised. But you are definitely acting before some of them.
Okay, fair.
They are in prime fireball range, if anyone has access to that.
That would be nice.
Alas, no. But I can do lightning. That might work.
Lightning is also good.
Now, could I do lightning without frying my other characters here? Since I'm in a...
Unlocking the door was my action, right?
Correct, it was.
And you, of course, ducked when you did that, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, the zombie will not move. And it goes to Willow's turn. For some reason, the skeletons and zombies, even though they are looking in the direction of the hallway, they can definitely see you. They are not doing anything this round.
It's a trap. This is a curse.
Duh. And dead things need to stay dead.
Says
Yes.
the woman with the bones in her hair.
They're not live bones. And they're chicken bones, so chickens don't count.
Maybe I can snare them in a web, and then we don't have to fight them all.
Seems like a good idea.
I'm just gonna move up there. And Do I want to save that? Do I want to cast? And I'll just ready in action.
And what action shall you ready?
I am actually going to ready call lightning.
And what will be the trigger for said call lightning? Wow, that's a hell of a ready action.
Just
If
fire
they
it,
start
Susie.
to move, shuffle.
Don't hesitate. Just
etc.
fire that
Do you have a
damn
specific
thing.
target location? Like, for example, do you have a circle that you want to lay on the map to let me know if they get to that point, that's where you're hitting them?
No, because call lightning, I can pretty much call it. I pretty much go there, and it goes Zarch, and it goes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So whichever one moves towards you first, in your direction first, is the one that you are going to zap.
Pretty much, and it's a 60-foot
Gotcha.
circle. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell the party you're about to call some lightning down?
Well, seeing as you see her raising her hands to the sky and screaming clear.
So this is something you're used to, Ken.
Yeah.
Why not just cast it now then? If it's a 60-foot circle, you'll hit all of them.
Do it, do it, do it.
I can't hit all of them. I point a 5 foot. The storm is 60 feet, but I point to a square, and it's only a 5 foot within 5 feet
Gotcha.
of that
Okay.
square.
So it's only a specific one inside that one. Yeah, not a problem.
Still do it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and advance your turn then. Mickey. Oh, Mickey. You're going to be so fine.
All right. Running into the room didn't do me many favors last time.
No, it did not.
So I'm just going to pop right behind Willow here, and
she really is good cover.
I will ready my action to toss a dagger at whatever one she puts the lightning in.
Excellent. Not a problem. All right. So one of the skeletons, the southern one in the front, raises a short bow, takes aim at Willow, and fires a bony arrow at you. Nothing seems to hit you.
Okay, but can that be my trigger?
So you guys
You said
are
when they
probably
moved.
here.
He did move.
He did, I guess, move. Yes, so you can go ahead and Bizarch him.
God.
Okay, that
People here
square
at KOBOLD Con
in
now.
between 15 and whatever that one is behind him.
If you're in Colorado, get your butts down here and come play.
Right there on the apex where the two of them touch.
Yep, that square right there, and it will hit both of them, and they need to. I'll just cast.
Yep, so target both of them and cast. One succeeded, one failed. Boom!
So since their lightning went off, can I chuck my dagger at the one that's still standing?
Yes, you can.
And I can just keep doing this for up to 10 minutes.
That's amazing.
How tall are the ceilings?
The ceiling in the hallway you are currently in is a vaulted 20 foot. It goes from 10 feet on the walls to 20 feet in the center. The room itself is much bigger than that, and until you move into it, you won't know. That was a hit, Mickey. And that's
Huzzah!
dead. This skeleton does not see anybody as a target, but knows that they're there. Steps forward and shoots at Willow. And misses. Once again, a bone-like arrow goes flying past Willow, goes skittering down the hallway. Urash,
All right, I'm going to move up next to Willow and chuck a couple daggers at this front one.
Okay.
I mean, javelins, sorry.
Javelins. Okay. That is a hit.
And I'll launch another one.
That is also a hit. And with that final javelin, you put it into its open mouth and remove its skull from its little skeleton-y body.
Staying clear of the next lightning storm, I'm going to end my turn.
Teller.
I'm going to move up to the other side of the door. And then firebolt Mr. Zombie.
And firebolt Mr. Zombie. Damn zombies. Boom! Big hit on the zombie.
And that ends my turn.
And slowly wandering forward is a zombie. Damn zombie. The skeleton moves forward. Aims at the one who is currently lightning bolting his buddy. Hits her. Wanted damage, not another attack. And does 7 points of damage. Can I get a constitution save out of Willow for concentration on her spell? It is a DC of 10. See, I just told Susie the DC. Now she's going to fail. Oh, she hit it.
Booyah!
It goes Susie.
That's known as a minimal effort.
Yeah, that was minimal effort. Sarah.
Would you say I'm hiding behind my entire party?
Yes. Yes, indeed you are.
I would like to make a short bow attack on this one then.
Excellent. I will not give you advantage, but we'll see what I do with it after that.
Teller makes friendly with the wall to get out of the way.
Okay, so yes, you do indeed hit. Yeah, let's go ahead and I can say sneak attack damage because it definitely does not see you. Blech, dead skelly. I've never seen a party of level 5 players be so terrified of skeletons and zombies.
That's metagaming the GM.
And Willow.
Right in the center of all of them.
Yeah, do it, do it, do it.
Oink, oink.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Brains.
All right. I'm going to walk to this point and just take a look around the room real quick.
Okay, look around the room. You see that there is what appears to be a corridor going off to the north on the far side of the room. The ceiling here is vaulted all the way up to 40 feet in the center.
Okay. I'm going to use my action actually to dash past the zombies to the little entryway over here.
Okay, if you wish to do that, passing through one of those squares will allow an attack of opportunity. Are you willing to take that attack of opportunity?
I am.
All right. So as you're passing through, 13 will get an attack of opportunity on you. I have not had enough coffee this morning. It misses you.
All right.
However,
Damn.
you will get this far. Actually, you get about this far. Just after the zombie hits you. When suddenly four rays of fire shooting out of the wall, the far
It's a trap!
east wall.
I'm done.
That one missed you.
You already knew
That
it was
one
a
hit
trap.
you. Bam!
I'm
Big
so
one.
dumb.
And you fall right there.
Well then. Next up.
Urash, you saw her run into the room, Shim, run into the room, and suddenly bolts of fire flew from the back wall and struck Shim and fell.
Okay, so it's come from the back wall, so I'm going to go in front of these zombies and use them as cover if it triggers again.
You do indeed, as you step into the room, you will indeed have a couple of firebolts come flying at you from the south part of the wall. As you approach the whatchamacallit, the zombie. One misses you. The second hits you. Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. All right, hopefully I can move the rest of the way through the room without any more of those, so I'm going to start attacking these zombies.
Alrighty. And please note, Urash, your danger sense did not go off.
Ooh.
So that is a hit. That is some big damage on that zombie.
And I'm going to rage for this next attack.
That is also a hit. And you have killed the zombie.
And I believe because I'm on the south, I get 2, and then if I go north, I'll get 2 more. So I will stay here for now.
Tell her.
Fireball.
Firebolt hits.
Alright, I thought I would have knocked him over by then. Alright, and then I'm going to move a little bit, but I'm not going to cross the line.
Okay.
I'm going to go to there.
The zombie attacks Urash. Ooh, hits with a slam. Sarah, it's your turn.
All right, before I go, I just want to observe that R2D2 has arrived at KOBOLD Con.
Sweet!
I'm going to move up.
On 13, you will have advantage. Urash is granting advantage. That is a hit.
I guess that's it.
Okie dokie. The other zombie moves forward. Targets Urash. And misses. The big fist goes past him. Willow.
Okay. All right. The square right behind zombie number 1, I think.
Okay.
Not the one that just moved up, but the other one, the more damaged one. Maybe that's 13. Oh, right there.
Right there, like that. The circle that I just put there.
Yeah, but more towards Mickey.
Like there. There.
Yeah, there, that square right there.
Okay, so that's where you're centering it.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to use. I really want
I
to
just
use
want
it.
to note this. If you put that there, you're going to hit Mickey as well.
Okay, then scooch it on the line a little bit so that way. We'll scooch it on the line a little bit so that way I don't hit Mickey and I don't hit Urash. And I'm going to use Harvest Scythe.
Okay.
And then call lightning again on those two.
They both failed. And
Wrong one.
yep. Excellent. And they die.
And for Mickey, she's going to get.
It's 9. 9 was the damage for the necrotic.
But she's going to get 5 points per die.
5 points per die that you spent. So you spent 1 die, so she'll get 5 points back.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I will target.
Is there something ironic about getting necrotic damage back from a zombie?
That looks good. Ish.
Willow, you got to target. You got to target Mickey again, so that way it applies to her.
Did it do it?
There you go.
Thank you.
Do you wish to move or do anything else?
I'm not crossing that line. They just got flame broiled.
Okay, Mickey, what would you like to do? You are currently prone.
I'm gonna look for traps.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Fish.
Nope, do not see any traps whatsoever.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Decent.
Working on that spell. Okay. And now I'm gonna take a step and see what happens.
Okay, you attempt to move forward. You crawl forward, because you're still laying down on the ground, as far as I know, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All right.
Nothing happens.
And
No, something
a ray comes shooting out at you. And another one comes shooting out
Damn
at you,
it.
and they both miss you, hitting the ground on either side of you.
And from where did they come? Did we see where the rays came from? Or are you drawing the arrow there?
Yeah, I'm drawing the arrow, but I drew it backwards. So the butt side of the arrow.
All right, so where that 10-foot basically is, yeah.
Yes, where the 10 foot basically.
That's 10 pounds and open a 5-pound bucket. I'm going to elect to stay in my safety little hidden position.
Excellent.
All right, Urush is going to drink a healing potion in case he gets flame broiled again.
Well, actually, as you begin doing that, you are indeed going to be getting flame broiled again.
All right, we've got the dungeon version of the motion sensor.
Yes.
Oh, critical hit.
Oh no.
Animus.
All right, I'm going to dash.
That came from there.
Dang, I got to get out of here.
You move up here and you will see what looks like a dead end and then a T-junction hallway.
So I'll take my last step and just kind of peek down the hallways.
All right, in either direction you see
Oh boy. Willow, we need your investigation check up here.
And if that is all, sir, you may advance your turn. Since you took damage this round, your rage will still be working. Teller.
Oh, you can never have enough spells. So you're going to cast shield on myself.
Excellent. Unfortunately, the arcane ward does not stack on itself. It just recharges, so you still remain at 14.
I'm going to see if I can make it. Actually, I took an action, so I can only go 30 feet. I'm going to see if I can get 30 feet up.
Okay, so you're going to go 30 feet. You start moving across the room, and nothing shoots at you.
Just you.
Nice.
Shenanigans.
Sarah, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to get my tiny little legs a rolling then and get across this room. Hopefully.
Rolling, 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 rolling.
Looks like I'm dashing though.
Dashing through the room, trying not to be fried. And you get through the room with nothing shooting at you.
Don't like flambéed halfling anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be no bueno.
Uh-huh.
Take a deep breath and dash her ass across the room.
Come on, Willow.
Little Zoidberg noises there.
Yes, Zoidberg noises.
And you dash across the room, up into the hallway, and you see that.
Oh, good doors.
I got this.
All right, Mickey, before you go, firebolt shoots out of the wall on the
No.
north and misses Teller. A second one shoots out and fires at you, who is currently prone still, and zarches the ground right next to you.
I'd like to use reaction to flip off the general direction of the firebolt.
Okay, your reaction is to flip them off. Okay.
And then just get up and book it as far out of that room as I can.
Yikes! And you are on out of the room and into the little alcove. past a coffin that is currently open with some sort of mummy creature in it.
All right.
And you're safe.
Yay. I'm gonna drink another potion.
I
Would
hope
you like
being
to
the
do anything
last
else?
person in the room is not a problem.
We shall see. And she drinks a potion when she gets to the other side.
Yep. I can't hear you.
All right, yeah, I needed that potion to survive. And okay.
Urash, before you go, 2 bolts shoot out of the south wall, both at Teller. 1 is a miss. 2 miss. Go ahead, Urash.
All right. Seeing that mummy hasn't stood up as Mickey ran by, I'm going to ignore it and move up to the corner here and take a peek down the T.
All right, take a peek down the T. To the south, okay, to the north, you see another little alcove. To the south, you see a room with columns.
That looks like a killing room.
As in a room you go in to die, or is it a room that people kill people with?
That remains to be seen.
I'll move down there just to see if I can see more of the room.
Alrighty. And in this room, you see a number of statues lining the wall, the west wall, in alcoves. They all have skeletal heads that are turned around backwards away from the room you're walking into. And you can see some faint light coming through slits in the walls by those heads.
I'm not willing to investigate, so I will end my turn here and see if Sarah can open that door.
Excellent. Teller, it's your turn.
All right, this is going to be a shuck jiving move. So I am going to shoot a fire bolt at the wall where the top 5 arrows pointing to, and then run like hell.
All right, so just go ahead and roll that, and I'll say whether it hits something or not. It hits the wall, and of course your sparks go flying off the wall, but deals no damage to whatever may or may not be there.
And then I move up this way.
Okie dokie.
Over that way.
Okay. Sarah, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to move up by the door
Okay.
and have a go at unlocking it, please. Or opening it, depending.
Okay. It is definitely locked. I will tell you that.
All right, I'll have a go at unlocking then. Well, assuming I can get my character sheet back out from under the map.
That most definitely unlocks the door.
I'd like to give it a push open.
All right, you push open the double doors and you see a long hallway that will be leading to our next map in a moment.
I think I've used my move in action though, so I'll pass.
Willow.
She's going to stand here doing nothing and looking very inconspicuous.
Okay. Mickey, before you go, Urash, you will notice that the head on the second statue down to the south turns around, lifts up off its shoulders, and flies towards you. targets you, Urash. And at point blank range, it shoots 2 beams of fire from its eyes. What does it hit? Second hit. It is now Mickey's turn.
Ouch.
Well, okay. I'm going to jog over here. And do a stabby do with my longsword.
Excellent. The first one was a hit. The second one was a miss. But you actually have advantage, so that there'll just be a hit.
Okay, I didn't mean to do 2. I don't know what happened there.
Got excited.
All right. No, not to Mickey. I thought I
not
turned.
to you. Okay, give me a second. Let me help untarget yourself. There you go. Now we'll apply the damage to the flame skull. There we go. I have applied the damage.
Thank you. Okay, and that is all I think I can do.
Okay, at the end of your turn, Mickey and Urash, the two of you can kind of sort of see as the second statue from the south that is on the wall, its head turns around, comes up off the body of the statue.
So
and
creepy.
It flies into the center of the room. And it will be making 2 ranged attacks. One at Urash, which it misses, and then the other at Mickey, which it misses.
All right, I see a couple doors to my northeast. I'm going to disengage and get on the other side of those.
Okay.
And when I get there, I'm going to drink another healing potion.
Good call.
Excellent.
What was the composition of the second ray that was shot? The first was fire.
Yep, they're both fire.
They're both fire. Okay, thanks.
Teller.
All right, we're gonna do some second level spell slot chromatic orb action here.
That is a hit.
And that sucks. It resisted it, huh?
Yes, it
So the additional D8 doesn't really matter, I guess.
did. No.
Resistant to magic! Oh crap! Run away! Run away!
Run away!
This is awesome.
And so it goes into the hallway as well.
Okay. I will like to note if you end up in the last 5-foot section of the hallway, you're moving to the next map, which may possibly drag the enemies with you to the next map as well. Sarah.
Things don't look good out here. I'm booking it in this room.
Oh, okay. So Sarah is moving to the next map. Which I will put her on momentarily.
Last one out, lock the door.
Hurry, Willow, hurry.
Well, that's entirely unusual. I put the Sarah on the other map and it like shrunk her down to the size of a nickel.
Well, I am a halfling.
There we go.
Now, is the just so we understand, is the second map continuation of the hallway and other stuff, or is it like through a door or something?
It's actually a continuation, which Sarah is now able to see and continue her move down
Don't
those
trip down the
stairs
stairs,
right there.
guys. And I think, yes, I would go ahead and use the dash. Oh, I'm not locked, so let me count squares.
Yep. Give me a second to make sure I have everything loaded for this encounter too. There, you are locked, but you will also see as you're coming down those stairs ahead of you.
All right, so I wouldn't dash then, sorry. I would go ahead and target him with the bow from the top of the stairs. Sorry.
Aha. Well, I'll open up that much for you. So there, I'll put you on the stairs. You targeted him with the bow, and you can shoot at him.
Let's get him.
That is a hit. Decent damage.
That's about all I can do.
Willow, what would you like to do?
Yeah, we're gonna nope on out of there.
You're gonna nope out of there, huh?
You heard, yeah, nope on out of there. That's a big old bag of nope, and we're not touching it.
Okay, are you gonna do a dash action to get to the next map, or are you going to stay on this map?
Nope, I'm waiting for Mickey to come through the doors, and as soon as he's through the doors, I'm gonna shut him.
Gotcha.
You're so kind.
Alright, this one goes first. And seeing as it wishes to do bad things to people, it is going to come up around the corner. It is going to target Sarah, who is way down the hallway and going down the stairs. Let's untarget Urash. And cast Magic Missile at her 3 times.
Ow!
It is now Mickey's turn.
Okay. I'm going to disengage and
Okay.
also book it down the hallway.
Ending up on the other map.
And Urash slams the doors behind her as she runs by.
And that will be it.
Put you on the wrong layer. All right, the skeleton who is down here, who just got shot by Sarah, will return the favor and shoot a bony arrow back at her. It misses. Meanwhile, over here, this one will fly up and just hover by the door and do absolutely nothing because the door has been shut. So, for all intents and purposes, the flame skulls cannot get through at the moment. Okie dokie. So that would bring us to Urash.
All right, I'm going to jump to the other map.
All right, so 20 foot of movement so far. I'll share it with everyone.
And let's see.
How are we doing time, by the way?
You have 1 hour and 3 minutes remaining.
And I'm going to throw a couple javelins at him.
Okie dokie. Critical hit. Blech, dead Skelly.
That'll end my turn.
Excellent. Teller, it is your turn.
All right, gonna move the 5 feet to see.
Excellent. And I'll put you on the other map. You have 25 feet of movement remaining. And now that we have more people here, I'll start opening up more of this map.
I'll go to the corner just here.
To the north, you can all see there is a number of coffins up there. To the south, you can see that there's some pillars. And at the far side of the room, you see that there is some sort of hallway. From that location, Teller, you can also see to the south, around behind some of those pillars, is a skeleton.
All right, I'm not. I'm gonna ignore the skeleton for now, and I'm gonna cast web to ensnare the 2 coffins that are closest to me.
Okay, go ahead and draw a square around those.
It's supposed to be a 20-foot cube, right?
Yep. So it should be 20 feet to a side. So it's actually a 10-foot. So it's that big. Actually, you'll catch all 3 of those. Okay. All right. So that we will leave that there then. We'll just leave that there. Just leave that right there.
All right. Do I have to
I
actually
want to see
cast
what's
it, or does it
in
not
the
matter
other.
since they're
I want
inanimate?
to see what's in the VIP
Since they're
one,
inanimate,
too.
you don't have to do anything. But I do understand that it's a DC 15. If something were to erupt out of there, it's a DC 15.
All right, and then I'm done.
Excellent. Sarah.
So I'm going to move up to here. Say I'm sneaky from there.
I would say... I wouldn't say sneaky. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Go ahead. Do it at advantage, and you get your sneak attack.
A 3 was the best of the 2 rolls.
So I miss with a advantage. Wow.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Is healing potion a bonus action?
Healing potion is a bonus action in my games, yes.
All right, I'm going to do that
for
then.
my chat, I have a person who's asking, Underdog, that is an overlay for OBS. Okay, I'm sorry. Zell, what were you doing?
I'm going to take a healing potion. Hopefully.
Glug, glug, glug. Excellent. Willow, it is your turn.
On to the next map.
On to the next map. Da-da-da-da. You've used 15 feet of movement to pop out on the stairs on the next map.
And I will move there and hide behind a rush.
Okay. I'm going to roll new initiatives at this point, since we now have everybody on this one. I don't know how, but Willow ended up with a 1 again. Sarah is first this time around.
Am I still sneaky from here?
Yes. No. No, because that arrow definitely alerted the skeleton to your presence.
In that case, you're probably going to need to take sneak attack off me.
Unless you wish to use your bonus action to make a stealth check.
You know, I could do that. That's a good idea.
Move 5 feet, take a stealth check. That would definitely work. Decent roll. Skeleton's really not going to see that too badly.
Let's see if I can hit him this time.
That is definitely a hit. Boom! Look at that crap damage. Look at all those ones.
Always on your table.
Always. Definitely always. Alright, so the Skelly is going to turn and fire at the only person it can see at the moment, which is Teller. And it shoots a shaft of damn dice mod. Oh, fuck off. I don't have a dice mod. And it shoots a shaft of bony nastiness as an arrow and hits poor Teller right in the face. Wow. Thankfully, the shield that's around him protected him. Gosh.
Hooray!
You see
Good
Michael
dodge
yet?
there, Teller.
Teller dodged with his face.
I'm gonna move forward so I can get an angle on him and throw a javelin.
Alrighty. What's the range on your javelin?
80.
What's
Let me
the
double
short?
check. 30. Okay, so I'm 35 away. So let me move one more towards him.
I don't want to be away when it's my turn.
There we go.
There you go. And that was a hit.
Oh.
And you destroy the skeleton.
And I'll grab the javelin I killed the other one with and put it back in my inventory.
Well, that is over here.
Was just my turn though, so.
Okay. I think I can get that far with my movement that I have, but I'll stay there and see if I can see down the hall to the southeast there.
You can see a little bit down the hall. What you see is you see a coffin in that hallway, and you see a statue facing the coffin in an alcove to the south. Mickey.
So, not being the first one in this room, I feel like I can survive going into the room. And I'm going to do just that. And when I don't see anything interesting upon entering, so I'm gonna dart down right there where I'm still behind something in case something happens.
Excellent. Okay. And as you pass down that direction.
Are you kidding me? I can't walk through a room.
Welcome to Delvers.
Welcome to the breakfast curse.
You see a large, wide hallway that goes off to possibly the next map.
And nothing attacks me.
And nothing attacks you. The pillar that you're hiding next to opens its arms with a warm embrace and hugs you as you get near it. I like the fact that she's silent because she's processing that.
It's I have a little bit of PTSD indeed.
Awesome. All right.
Teller's gonna move thusly.
Uh-huh.
So, sorry, just if I look further down the hallway, there's something beyond what our current map shows.
Yes, there is.
No barrier.
There is no barrier.
And I guess I don't really have line of sight to the statue
Well,
from here,
yeah,
do I?
because
No, you do not.
were we supposed to do wristbands?
Well, I'm going to cast another Detect Magic, because how can that hurt?
Exactly. It cannot hurt. So we will put a radius around you.
I don't know where your game is.
Go ahead
or
and draw a
anything.
circle around yourself, just
Huh?
so 30 foot. So that way we know if there is anything inside that
Table
30 foot.
5.
And you will move it along with yourself.
They've got numbers on them. 3, 9.
Okay, unless
Excellent.
I detected something, I'm done, I guess.
Yep, you do not detect anything. Willow.
She will saunter into the room
Okay.
inconspicuously.
Inconspicuously. That brings us to Sarah.
Let's see. Guess I'm gonna try to sneak into the room too.
Okay, if you'd like to roll your stealth check, I will add it to your character sheet again.
Wah wah.
You have a stealth of 10. Okay. Rush.
All right, I'm going to grab my javelin here,
Okay.
and then I'll run down and grab the other one over here.
Okay.
And just end my turn right there. And I think my rage comes off now too.
Yes, it does.
You've calmed down, your blood pressure's back to normal.
However, I will let you know that your danger sense is tingling. Your spidey sense is tingling, sir.
Getting closer to that statue in that coffin.
Mickey, do you wish to leave the warm embrace of the column? It feels so nice.
It does. Nothing has hurt me in like a whole 10 seconds. But in order for the adventure to be had, I'm going to go behind our barbarian in a very brave and independent manner. And I haven't had any luck being the first one to go into a room. But I feel like that doesn't stop Mickey at all. So we're going to test the waters by walking into the hallway.
Okay. You walk into the hallway and nothing seems to happen to you. Urash, please roll 2d8 plus 4. You just got a heal bot out of